I'm delighted to be back again in the Make It Happen by Being You conference studio. And I'm even more delighted to be introducing my compere for the conference, who's Georgina Shaw. Hi, Georgina.
Hello, Ali. Lovely to be here. I'm so excited about the conference.
And one thing Georgina may have forgotten actually, and the ladies probably don't know that are watching this, is the first time I ever met Georgina was at the first ever International Women's Day conference that was hosted in Marbella by Marbella Women. And Georgina was on the stage with me, as was Nicole King. And that was the first time I ever met both of you.
That's right. And was Marina Nitzak, I think,
And
was with
Marina.
us as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we become the four musketeers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I remember brainstorming with you in La Cañada about the founding of Costa Women as well.
Yeah,
And look
yeah,
at where you are now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's been a good journey and good to have you on board as my side partner in
Yeah.
crime.
Partner in crime.
Yeah. So Georgina, for people who don't know you yet, tell us a bit about your story.
Of course. I am a Londoner originally, but moved over here 18 years ago now in 2008 to be the marketing director of an existing agency in Marbella. And obviously, 2008 was not the best time to arrive because it pretty much started crashing the minute I arrived. But from that difficulty of losing my job within the first 6 months, came the opportunity to set up on my own with my now husband. And Shaw Marketing Services was born in that really low time when people really didn't have much in the way of budget. The environment was very scary. We didn't know how long it would take to recover. And it did take about 5 years really to start seeing the green shoots again. But I think I've benefited from that because starting in adversity and starting very lean, you are flexible and you are smart and agile as well. And so I think we've taken that into the next sort of decade of the business when things picked up and were good. And it's enabled us to survive the small bumps in the road, like COVID, for example.
And you're absolutely right. If you do start in a difficult time, then it just everything is climbing upwards from there on in.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and obviously you're a marketing expert, but you also love a bit of comparing. So tell us why you enjoy it so much, because you're very good at it. So why do you enjoy it?
Yes, so I mean, marketing has been my background since, oh gosh, probably 25 years ago. I got into PR originally, studied a diploma in marketing, and then obviously I did events and then came here for PR and marketing. But I have always, always, always loved performing. I'm a theatre kid by heart, and I've always had a really big buzz by getting up on the stage. And previously to marketing, I was an English teacher.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed teaching people and getting those kind of aha moments. So I think that comparing is like a perfect blend of everything because you get to kind of teach a little bit, lead a lot, and just give people like a safe space, I think, for the both the attendees but also the speakers to kind of feel comfortable, like everything's good, the show's on the road, we're all in control. And I think the sort of combo of events background, teaching, and performing kind of all comes together perfectly in the MC role, and it's just one that I really really enjoy and find quite natural. I obviously do prepare and we work together with developing the conference and you talk me through all of the speeches and everything, but I'm okay if things go slightly differently than perhaps planned, and that's it's nice. I think my confidence gives the audience confidence that everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, yeah. And I did not know that about you, that you were a teacher previously.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
are.
so, but it makes sense because you are really good at teaching and explaining things to people. So that makes sense,
Yeah,
including on the marketing side. So, yeah.
that's right. I mean, I love the marketing training, and I think if I was sort of was wishing what would I would get more of in 2026 using your fabulous planner that I'm enjoying very much, I think definitely training and emceeing would be more things because I just love to see people kind of get those marketing messages that are quite simple, really, but they're often loaded with jargon, and people kind of make them sound more difficult than they are by using words that people don't understand. And I'm absolutely the opposite of that. I just think once you can get your head into that marketing mindset, you're just a better business person. Even if you're not doing the marketing function yourself, you are better at your business.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that in 2026, we're going to go back to the more simplified marketing. I think people are really sick of social media. They're sick of they keep changing the rules, what you should post, what you shouldn't post.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to want to go back to the more simple, as it should be done, marketing.
Yeah. I think definitely the word is authenticity
Yeah,
this year. People don't want such a kind of shiny, polished, over generated stuff. They don't want filters anymore. They just want to see who is the person behind the
yeah,
brand. There, and you can do that obviously on social media very well and in other places. So I agree. I think it's a lot more about just finding ways to authentically share what you know and why you're good. And that's what we do in our networking meetings with Costa Women, of course, and then take that online or in other parts of your marketing.
yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day about using ChatGPT, and it's pretty obvious when people are using it.
Mm.
And it's even better when people put their own content up there and make mistakes, because people then say that definitely wasn't written by AI. I guess they've just spelled that
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
So make a few mistakes, they're good.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, and I think there's a very distinctive style with AI, these kind of bullet points, and here's what we're going to talk about, and here it is, and that kind of strange, choppy YouTube way of talking.
Yeah,
And I think it's about showing your own voice. Certainly with video marketing, I became interested to see because I think a lot of people, me included, thought, "Oh, I can't do video because I haven't got the budget or I'm not good enough at editing or whatever." But because there's so many polished videos out there, people prefer worse videos.
yeah.
They actually prefer the lighting to be a bit dodgy and this, the like focus to go every now and again and things like that because they're like, that's a real business
Person.
doing a real video.
Yeah, 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 because you can't tell now who's real and who's not. So yeah, 100%. Yeah. The conference is called Make It Happen by Being You. What does that phrase mean to you?
I think it's a great topic. And I think that what we were just talking about, the authenticity piece, is that we have often been fighting a losing battle for perfection, right? And we're like constantly running on a sort of treadmill and looking at other people on social media and thinking, why can't I be that good or that pretty or that whatever it is that they're doing? And sort of making it happen by being you, I think, is absolutely taking who you are, your own values as well, your own beliefs, and saying that is absolutely good enough. And if I can be value driven and authentic and totally myself, I will be a success in the way that is right for me. And I will attract people and clients into my life that are right for me rather than trying to be somebody else. And then actually, what comes to you is not really meant for you. So I think
Yeah.
that would be what it means to me.
It's obviously around the International Women's Day date, the conference. What do you have as regard to thoughts on equity for women in 2026? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, do you know, I go up and down with whether I'm feeling positive or negative about this because there's obviously been so much progress made since my mum's generation. She was one of the early working women in advertising back in the 80s. And, she was a rare working woman back then that she did have a child, but still kept the career. And I had felt when I got into the workplace that they'd done the work for us. Like it was going to be easy because it's done. And I found quite quickly that was not the case at all, sort of 20 odd years ago. And since then, I think things have improved in terms of being able to ask for more, demand more, um, speak up, I think. But the work is definitely not done. And I've been feeling a bit sad and worried by the whole sort of Andrew Tate kind of movement of with men then feeling like we're repressing them in some way when really the work is definitely not done. We still don't have pay parity.
Yeah,
And I still think that I am viewed differently to my business partner and husband when we go to a meeting a lot of times still. And it shouldn't be like that. So I think we've still got work to do, but I think we definitely should celebrate where we've come from. And I think if women can stick together and us mums can educate our boys to say that we are all equal, we're all equally different, but we are all equal. And whether you choose to cook and clean and be at home or work is up to you. It's not up to the sex that you were born as or are living as. And that to me is very, very, very important. I think as long as we're all the examples of what we want to see in the world, and I feel like my husband and I certainly have done that. My husband stayed at home while I worked because I said, it's a very simple choice. It's who can make the most money at this moment. Is it me or is it you? And at that point, it was me. And if we could all learn, be more logical in those ways, I think that that would be the brightest future for genuine parity and equity for women and men.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for your answer. So, if you want to hear more of Georgina and see her on stage guiding us through the International Women's Day Make It Happen by Being You conference, do come and join us on the 6th of March. Links will be shared below this video. And you can also connect with Georgina through Shaw Marketing Services, which is her day job, as it were. So, thank you, Georgina, and I really hope to catch up with
Lovely.
you soon.
Looking forward to it.